Bank robber aims at two scared kids, not knowing their dad is a trained soldier. Welcome to Tender Heart. We all know how a soldier is passionate about his country and his duties. We all know the services provided by our military, and hence we praise them for their work. They are trained in such a manner where they can be able to defeat their enemies. They are ones who leave their family miles behind for us to survive. When it comes to emergencies regarding enemies, no one can tackle better than a soldier. They are good at rushing from one place to another into the battlefield. No one can compensate or question about the courage of a soldier. In this video, we are going to share a story of a brave soldier who, by risking his life, fought with a bank robber. Before we continue, if you are new here, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon so you get updated every time we post new videos. With that said, let's continue the story. Soldiers are the ones who risk their life, leaving behind their family. They are the ones who protect us from all the attacks. But the sad that their families have to sacrifice is a lot. And the worst part is, any phone can be heartbreaking. For example, their child has to suffer the most because they have to live without their parents, and even they miss them on certain special occasions. Apart from this, every second counts. Any phone calls can devastate them at any moment, but they have to adapt themselves to love without their loved ones. The military soldiers go through certain training, and hence they are to be given a huge, massive request for such courses. Their life is full of constant training, so here's an incident that resulted in a real game changer. One fine morning in June 2011 turned out to be a terrific day. The Bank of America had witnessed a middle-aged robber come with fully fledged weapons and plannings with them. He wanted to loot every currency from the bank. The first targeter was an employee. The robbers in the bank told everyone to lie down on their belly and one by one listen to the order stated to them. As the robber started with his plan, he went to all the counters and started robbing all the money. The robber had put everyone in a traumatized situation. There was a wave of terror as the robber showed a gun aimed at everyone. Then suddenly a weird thing happened. The robbers positioned the gun at two little kids named Ikaika and Kayoni. He was unknown of the fact that this would turn out to be one of the biggest mistakes he would have been committing. Watching his little kids in danger, their dad swung into action. Mr. Eddie was at first panicked, like other dads, but later he thought of a meticulous plan to get rid of these robbers. He waited for the robber to go out of the bank. As soon as he went outside, he followed the robber along with. Eddie was usually trained how to handle a robber around. He somehow twisted his neck and arms. This would have been a situation in which there is evidence of death so closely. He then knocked him off his ground. Even he snatched his weapons that the robber was using to threaten. Now the gun was pointed toward the robber and the money bag on the other hand of Eddie. Finally, he held the gun and he somehow made out that it was a plastic gun and no one had been at risk regarding that. The situation was finally under control now. After the arrival of the deputy, it was clear that the man who helped the bank from such a situation was something he was hiding from everyone. It was later cleared that he was Sergeant Eddie Peoples, who was in his off-duty clothes because he was going to visit his father-in-law as he was absolutely ill. In certain interviews, he stated that he was part of 5 major deployments. He was not in much panic after the robber threatened everyone with a gun, because when his kids were in danger, he was unable to resist. He was unable to calm down after knowing that his people now needed him the most. So he, however, broke into the situation. He somehow took the moves gradually, not making it tough for his people. For a soldier, his country and his peoples mattered the most. He was then given a certificate of recognition and was broadcasted on television shows. He gave a wonderful message of turning the difficult times into a proud moment. One should never give up in stressful times, rather than strive on it. His story has a message to ponder upon.
Whenever I go on deployments, I always tell my boys to put it in perspective that Daddy's going to fight the bad guys.
Hope you liked the video. Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. See you in the next video.